Hi guys. All right, so Virgos, welcome back. Virgos, technically I shouldn't be doing your video quite yet. I should be doing a Scorpio video, but something happened that made me behave like such a Virgo. And lots of times I say, I don't really think I'm much of a Virgo. I have so much Virgo in my chart, but I really don't identify as Virgo at all. And then I caught myself doing something that I thought was kind of funny, because turns out I had knocked over not one, not two, but 3 decks underneath my desk here. And so I had to go digging for them, because even if I wasn't going to use them or I hadn't intended to, I cannot have them down there. That will drive me bananas. So I needed to stop and collect them. And then as I did that, my dog imagined that every time I would pick up cards and kind of, tap them and stack them back in a tidy form, he kept thinking it was somebody knocking at the door. So then he had to be overly, like protective and rush out. So 3 times he had to rush out to the front door, even though there was nobody knocking on it. So I thought, you know what? I think that we need to go ahead and go with Virgo, and we're going to use these 3 decks. So let's see the storyline that we get here. Because I feel like, and maybe that's it. Maybe someone is going to knock on the door, or maybe there's 3 knocks coming. Whatever this is, I don't know. We'll start out. We got a polar bear. The polar bear's on the move. Polar bear is usually someone taking charge of something. It's taking charge. Maybe this is opportunity knocking for someone. Maybe this is like time to take charge of something because opportunity is coming in. We got a 10 of swords in the reverse. So this is looking like the polar bear is coming right towards something that they have found painful, but they don't want it to be over. Again, this could be somebody taking charge. Wow. We have 2 cards of travel here. We have the polar bear on the move because something is not finished. And then we have passionately, like now we go from somebody leaving the Arctic, right? Coming up on land, saying, I'm staring right at this. And for whatever reason, I'm done sitting in hurt and pain that is unfinished. I am literally now, night has fallen and I'm getting on my horse and I'm riding all the way across the desert in the middle of the night. This is somebody who's revved up. They can't possibly hold back anymore. They cannot let another moment pass. This is somebody who's feeling like, why did I let so much time pass already? You know what? I'm going to do something weird. Let's get a Lenormand. Let's stick with Lenormand deck. Let's get one for that Knight of Wands here. This is somebody who wants an innocent new beginning. This is somebody who wants to go after their dreams, their hopes. By the way, technically, this would be today, right? Because it's the 13th. This is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, my whole schedule has changed, and it'll be a weird upload schedule for me to put out videos for the next 2 weeks, probably. Where normally I put these out in the, like daytime, but a lot of these will happen at odd hours right now because I've got a crazy schedule coming up for a couple weeks. But this, technically, I'm recording this at almost 1 o'clock in the morning on the 13th, and there's the card 13. I almost want to say that the 13th is maybe an important day because it's somebody who's getting revved up. They're saying, this is my life. What am I doing? Living it without taking charge of it. I don't know if this is the Virgo or somebody else. Let's get 9 of Cups. Somebody wants to be happy. Somebody's going after their happiness. Whomever this is, they are going after their happiness, whatever that may mean. Let's go to our other deck. I feel like we need to do this 3 times since I had 3 decks, 3 knocks, 3 dog barks. We got a 4 of Swords. Going after someone's personal happiness is the thing that is going to heal their heart the most. It's, sometimes we think that to heal, we need to isolate, we need to ignore. This is somebody who maybe slipped into, I'm going to work like crazy in order to heal myself without realizing all that work was maybe a distraction. And we have the Labyrinth. The Labyrinth represents the time that we take to figure lessons out. The Labyrinth is our mind. It's also that there's no quick way to get lessons learned. We just have to all walk through the life lessons that we came here to experience. And I feel like this is somebody's great acceptance that, some things really sucked badly, but maybe that was just the way it had to go because I couldn't have learned this lesson any faster. Well, somebody's got it learned now. We got the Hanged Man in the reverse. No more waiting, no more delays. We have a sense of urgency in this, but it's with this beautiful vibe to it where it's like my urgency is, wow, 10 of Pentacles. It's not to waste another moment of my life not being happy. I am going to have total fulfillment. Whatever the big dream is, if this is all about Virgo saying, what was I doing getting caught up in, thinking that I didn't have this happen, or I because I didn't have success in that romance or in that job or in that career, or I didn't yet buy that big house, or I haven't yet had that money. Why was I almost making it feel like, well, those were just things I can never have? Maybe we can't have it with that person, or maybe we can't have success in that career type. Not every road is going to be an open door for us. That's true. But it doesn't mean that we aren't going to have a great love of a lifetime. It doesn't mean that we aren't going to have a career where we are well respected, we love it, and we build like an empire out of it. It's just somebody was feeling like the things that where I didn't have success in certain avenues of my life, I didn't realize all I have to do is say, well, then that avenue wasn't where my success lies. My success lies somewhere else. And so it's this total turn of, instead of the disappointment of what didn't work out, it's like, oh my God, wait a second. I'm supposed to love my journey through life. Life is not the destination where, okay, I arrive and when I win, it's when I'm happy because I got, I have to have that person. I have to have that car, I have to have that career, and I have to be at the top of my game. And if I don't get those exact things, then I can't possibly be happy. Someone realizes, oh my gosh, no. What it is sometimes that isn't the right avenue. We'll never actually achieve happiness there. And that's where the joy comes in. When a door is closed or when something hasn't worked out, it only means that wasn't maybe the right avenue, but our avenue still does exist, and we get to still have all that joy and all that happiness. And what's more, the journey should be joyful. If this is somebody who is coming toward the Virgo, it could be that they had placed so much emphasis on career for so long, and they're just now at that point where they're like, oh my God, I'm so unhappy without my Virgo. I want that. And this is like, they want to make up for lost time. This is somebody passionate. This is somebody sexy. This is somebody who's like, they want to immerse themselves into a life with Virgo of, well, on one hand, it's a very innocent new beginning, but they may want to have kids with the Virgo too. And they are saying, no, I just want to have happiness. I want to laugh with you. I want to play. I want to heal the things that maybe didn't go well with us before, but this is my life that we're talking about. Why have I delayed? Why did I take so long to come to this conclusion that you are my 10 of Pentacles? Like, my 10 of Pentacles was never just about my career, because we did have a very business oriented person here and they're on the move. I feel like somebody is no longer prioritizing work or a particular career. Like I say, either the Virgo is saying, hey, I've done as well as I can in one career path. Maybe there's something else out there for me. There's nothing wrong with changing things. There's nothing wrong with altering and knowing that there's more to my life than just being, a title or a career. I'm allowed to also be happy. It's either that, or it's a person who prioritized career over their relationship with the Virgo possibly, and they are the ones who are saying, no, I want this 10 of Pentacles. So I need to still ask one more question about the knocks. Because like I said, my dog was sure that somebody was knocking on the door. It's hard to decide on which deck. I was torn between two, but we're going to go with this deck. We need an interesting deck is how I feel. Because what is it, what is the knocking on the door? We have 3 knocks that my dog thought he heard and was barking like a crazy man. So what are the knocks about? We've got the 6 of Swords in the reverse. There's 1. So something's not over. There's no point in pretending something's over that's not. And then we've got the Emperor and we've got the Ace of Wands. There's our 3 knocks. It ain't over because there's a ton of love and somebody wants to You know what? This is such a great human descriptor of what the polar bear represents. So this emperor had worn a mask, and you notice this mask is like kind of a scary looking one. It's not a really nice one. This was somebody who was playing a role in their lives as, like, again, this could have been someone immersed in the business world to the point where they had to wear a mask in the business world as well. They might have been like making a lot of really heavy decisions. Their life could have been really stressful. They were at a certain position of authority. They had a lot on their shoulders. They kept a stone-faced mask on in order to deal with everything. They didn't show any weakness. They never flinched. They handled their business, right? But they weren't able to take the mask off to be in a relationship and be loving. Well, now this person is changing that, right? They're taking that mask off and they're saying, who I really am is a mature individual. This we started out with a terrific person. The polar bear is an amazing person, right? They're stable, they're powerful, but they can get enveloped in business. And that's what we see here. This was an emperor who wore a mask for a long time in whatever world they walked through. And it was not a nice mask. It was a stern-faced, it was serious, it was heavy, it was intense. Might have been simply because they had an intense career path that consumed them. And now they're taking off that mask and they are saying, here's who I am on the inside. Am I equally as powerful? Yes. But I am passionate and loving. And now what I'm passionate about is having real abundance. My 10 of Pentacles is not about money. My 10 of Pentacles is the people I invest in, the family life, the, you know, what we see on this tree, which that is the tree of life. We see lovers here. We see like a grandparent here, you know, having fun with it, the grandchild. We see that someone cares more now about spending time with the family or spending time building a family with a Virgo than, could be an Aries, by the way, but more than just being out there in business world. They would rather be loved and respected by their mate instead of feared and respected in the business world, is what I would say. And this is something that, you know, we keep seeing things that were unfinished, you know, problems that needed to be solved, and they couldn't be solved until this emperor takes off their mask and they show their real heart. This is really what I want. But they had to first get to the point where they could admit that to themselves. So, you know, the knock, knock, knock on the door, I feel like is them becoming enlightened to this. It's not just about opportunity knocking. It's them hearing their, like, the universe is waking them up, and it's like, knock, knock. It's time. Like, it's time that you're authentic with what you genuinely want. So I don't know. I guess what I would say is an emperor is waking up to the fact that this person was only being an emperor in one area of their life, not in matters of the heart. They weren't taking charge of that. They didn't have time for that. And something has woken them up to that exact fact. And it's like, oh my God, what is abundance? Abundance is being, like, the whole reason I would have an all-consuming career is to, you know, in this case, create resources. And then those resources were to create the family. But if I didn't build the family, what the heck is all this resource for? Let me change my priorities around. So somebody is restructuring their life and they are like on a dime. They're like, what have I been doing? This is kind of a sudden jolt for this person because, like I said, card 13, this is being recorded on the 13th. It's like, what was I thinking? You know? So it's a very abrupt, like, eye-opening moment for this polar bear to realize it's time to take off this mask and be the, you know, go after the abundance that I really want, which is in this case, it's the community, it's the love, it's the real satisfaction. This emperor had denied themselves genuinely being happy with their Virgo until now. So nice to see a shift. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Thank you so much for giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you guys enjoy my free channel, those are 2 simple free things that you can do to support my channel. It means the world to me. It's the only way I can keep doing this. So if you do want me to continue, please do support my free channel in those free ways. It's just kind of a nice, easy exchange of like, then I know you like it, and yeah, we'll keep going. Thank you guys for your awesome comments as well. Bye for now.